For people who don't know me, my name is Ciang Ajeic. I've been doing comedy for the last 6 years. So I'm like a COVID comic.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
I think that's the best way of saying it. Like, COVID kind of came when I was hitting my early 20s, and I was kind of trying to figure out what I wanted to do. And when you get into art, you kind of don't know which art you want to get into. I want to do a clothing brand, as every teenager wants to do.
Yeah.
That wasn't going to work out. I think I wanted to be a fashion icon. I realized really quickly I don't have the mind to be a fashion icon. And I was like, I'm funny, and I've been kind of funny my whole life. And I think once I started making some videos, and I saw the engagement, and mind you, the engagement was really small but big at that time. I remember I'll get like 99 likes, and I would like it.
Oh, 99 back in the day was crazy.
99 is a lot, bro.
Yeah, the inflation now.
But you need
is
that
like
one, and it take you like 4 hours to get that one. So you might as well just like it. Just hopefully nobody goes through and sees my face in it. But I guess after doing videos for a bit, I think 2021, I jumped onto. Now I went on stage for the first time in 2020. After I got told to try an open mic and try to do comedy in real life. That was like, oh my God, it was so scary, because in my mind it was like, I felt like that was real comedy, and if I can't do that, it's like, oh, maybe I just go to my little videos.
How did that go? Like, how was the reaction from your first ever?
Oh yeah, nobody's ever asked me that. It was terrible.
Oh,
I was talking so quick, I was so scared. It's like when it comes to comedy, like timing matters,
Yeah, you
like
have the delivery down
spacing
pat.
matters. Articulating yourself matters. Like, if they miss a word you said because you're nervous and you're saying it quick, they're not gonna get the joke.
Yeah, the whole thing might be
They're like,
wrong.
oh, what?
Yeah, okay.
I didn't get it,
Yeah.
And you can't speak to the comics. So the only way they can speak to you is by laughing. So when I laugh, it's either they didn't get the joke or they didn't really understand the context. You know what I mean? Before the punchlines come. But it was so quick. I was talking so quick. I was so nervous. It was an open mic, so I had 5 minutes, and that's what you usually get at an open mic. You get 5 minutes,
Yeah.
and 5 minutes sound like
Pressure.
the most longest thing ever. So I talked quickly for like 3.5 minutes, and I got off stage.
Oh yeah.
I think I was laughing more than them. You know, it's not a good sign when you're laughing and nobody else is.
What are some of your inspirations to actually get you into comedy in the first place?
I'll be honest with you, it's not like the typical, I guess, story of a comic. It's not like something I was dreaming of doing when I was younger or anything. I was always a creative person. I really liked, coming up with my own versions of certain things. So that's why I was making the skits, because I would see somebody maybe touch on a topic, and I wanted to maybe explore different perspectives. You know what I mean? But to answer your question, I think it's more the fact that I realized comedy had been kind of something I always used in my life to make friends, to communicate, to express myself. And I realized I do it pretty well. Now, some people I realize they don't really deep how important it is to kind of see what you do well, and also try and see, I guess, how you can make that a passion.
Yeah.
Because they want to do something they're not really too good at sometimes. And like when I say well, I don't mean like you are the best at it, you're a professional at it from like the first time you do it. It's more like you just naturally do it, and maybe after a little bit of, I guess, years of developing your skill, you get really good at. And that was a comedy. Comedy, I was really good at making my friends laugh, just because it was just like a bonus. We're having a conversation, let me chuck a punchline in there, they all laugh. I don't even know where it came from. I'll do it in school as well. I'll do it, just kind of do it anywhere where I make a couple of friends. I'll just chuck a punchline in there. I'll chuck a little, we just make the conversation into something really funny. And then I realized, yeah, cool, like, I can make money from this.
Yeah.
And I can make it a career, and it's a respected career. Maybe not in Australia, maybe not in my African community at that time, but it is out there,
Yeah.
And then that's when I realized, let me see what I can do with this. Like I said, I had all the tools there, And I think I'm a very honest person, I guess, in terms of like knowing that, it takes time for everything to kind of develop. Even it takes time for your parents to accept what you do if they don't really like it. Everything takes time, I think. So I knew that from that open mic, I knew I had a lot of things to do and a long way to go, man. So I think that's really...
Yeah, I am curious on like how long does it take you to kind of come up with your material? Like what gets you to really like lock in on your sort of...
Like process?
Like feeling completely confident in your bit and then going up. Like, what's your process? What's your creative process?
Okay. So it's quite similar to everybody else in terms like we go to open mics, which are free like spots where you just try 5 minutes of your new stuff. But like open mics, so you didn't completely bomb.
You just try shit.
No, well, you can't just try new shit because you completely bomb because obviously it's new shit. So what you want to do is you want to sandwich your jokes. So you want to use your old good jokes in the start and in the end, and then you want to put the new jokes in the middle.
Okay.
So you can
See
not
the reaction.
because the crowd will feel disrespected if you're just trying all this new shit and it's all bombing, and then you're just bombing for 5 minutes and you walk off. So you have to make them laugh, go into your new stuff. Whatever happens, and that's when your new stuff works or not. You know what I mean? That's when you get they're laughing. You try your new stuff, they might not laugh, and you go back to your old stuff and you end it.
So you kind of just feel out the crowd a little
Exactly,
bit.
exactly. And
So do you come out like all guns blazing, the best joke is first, or that's like the finishing joke, or
no, the new joke's always gonna be in the middle.
no, but like say your best joke, right? Like your best player, like straight away, that's the first shot, or do you end with that? Like,
Oh, that's a good question. It depends what you're doing. Like I said, if you're doing an open mic, you're not there to kill. You're there to not bomb. So you're just there to, you want a room that's laughing and kind of stopping and giving you raw feedback, because you need real feedback, because this is the process. That's how you take that joke and you, I guess, consider it good or not. Sometimes it's always going to be bad in the start, and then you go home, you reconsider maybe the structure of it, or you kind of consider like what you need to change. But when it comes to a real show, because it could be your own show, which is about 45, 50 minutes. And what I've realized, fun fact, long shows are the best shows, because you have time to build rapport, you have time to build banter,
That makes sense,
you have time to ask stupid questions. Like, there's so much jokes that can be built purely just from banter and crowd work.
with the audience, right? Yeah.
With the audience, you have so much time with them.
Yeah.
But making somebody laugh in 5 minutes is so much harder.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Because like you have 5 minutes, like if you waste 2 minutes, you're cooked.
It's done. It's done.
You know what I mean? You have 3 minutes to make them laugh out.
What's the worst or like most awkward show experience that you've had? Like, have you ever bombed? Like, straight up bombed?
Come on, man.
I think
Everyone's bombed.
Yeah, we all bombed. Yeah. I think I have two. I did this corporate event. I'm not gonna say who I did it for.
Yeah.
But I did a corporate event and I bombed. It's so terrible. Oh my god.
Oh,
They-
I want to know more.
No, it's like you can't really do anything. You gotta really just suck it in. And it was actually so embarrassing. Like, it was a corporate event, and you know how I don't know if you guys know, corporate events, nobody actually is there for comedy. They don't care.
I can imagine.
They don't care about the comedy.
Yeah.
So I was just like saying, "What's up, guys? How you guys going? You guys going good?" Just nothing.
Shit.
They have all these other influences there. So those guys are like, everybody thinks they're the main character.
Yeah.
Even including me.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Nah, come on, man.
You know what I mean? No, in their minds. So we all think we're the main character. So that's a recipe for disaster.
Yeah.
Nobody was even giving me any attention.
That's the worst if no one's giving anything.
Oh, yeah. And like I said, they're there because they got invited too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They got invited for this big corporation, and like there's like this guy speaking. Like, why is this guy speaking? Who is this guy? You know what I mean? So and then another one I did was early in my career. There used to be this room I used to go to, and sometimes there'd be zero audience, because like sometimes you actually have a chance of having no audience.
Yeah.
So it was zero audience and just a bunch of comedians who wanted to try their new stuff.
Oh.
So you can kind of tell what that scenario is going to look like. It's going to be guys or girls who are looking at their book, not even laughing or paying attention to your jokes, because they're just trying to go and try their new shit.
What about them? Yeah.
Everybody tried their own shit.
Yeah.
So, oh my God, it was bombing after bombing after bombing after bombing. Because all the comics are just, I remember there was this one comic that bombed and he got real frustrated. So that was funny, guys. You don't get it, guys. You don't get it. I thought you guys didn't get it. And then he went down and he started talking shit. That wasn't funny. Mine was funnier.
Come on,
And
man.
then, I'll be honest, comics are usually like very interesting people. So it's like there'll be like a very autistic person who's like,
Just
you know,
can't take
who doesn't,
it.
who can't take you not laughing at his shit.
Yeah.
So he's really angry, you know what I mean? And then everybody else is just ignoring it. And it just, I went up there, I bombed. And I think, like I said, it's more for you to get better at dealing with that. Get better at recovering from that. Because there's times where I've forgot a line on my real shows and I've kind of, I guess, resorted back to what I would do when I'm bombing.
Yeah.
Don't give up.
Yeah.
If you miss say a word or you stutter, just keep it moving. And it didn't actually happen.
Yeah.
But if you don't do open mics, you want to get good at recovering from bombing. Because sometimes you be bombing, and then you have so much experience on stage that you kind of figure out, cool, let me change it as I'm performing. And I don't know, you guys performing, you know how you're like thinking as you're performing? It's like, it's such an interesting thing.
Yeah.
But when you get good at that, you just get so good at comedy. 'Cause
What's the worst audience you've had? Or like
worst
a
audience.
fan or just someone in the audience?
Have you ever
What's
dealt with like hecklers or fans?
Yeah. Since I've been touring, I've been dealing with hecklers a lot.
Yeah.
And like, I'll be honest with you, sometimes there are people who are overly excited, so it's not even like a personal thing. Or sometimes it'd be somebody who has some kind of like autism or something.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah.
Because they don't get the society's norm of like behaving
Yeah.
and not shouting.
Yeah, of course.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and that's why I'm like, sometimes it's so hard to deal with it because you don't know. They're not going to tell you. You
Yeah.
have to kind of figure it out as you're performing. Like I think I had it happen last year in Perth and I had it happen this year in Sydney. I had a guy and like they talked to me after the show, and then I kind of get it. I kind of, okay, cool. It's you don't even
But
do it
still,
like
like,
you can't
doing
even
the
like
show,
control it. They just kind of, I guess, say what they think out loud straight away. So the way to deal with it is you have to kind of like play with it and roll with the punches. Like you can't get
You
too.
can't really ignore it, can you?
You can't ignore it.
Yeah.
No way. Because like you're the voice for the crowd,
Yeah.
and if you ignore it for too long, the crowd's gonna say something, and then it's just gonna come weird, and it's gonna come off like you can't control your room, which is that's why you don't say anything.
Yeah.
If you can't control the room, you don't want to say anything. But it's so important to address it. But I kind of address it in a medium way where it's like serious, but it's not. Like when I had my my heckler in Sydney, I would try and work him into the jokes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I
Like,
remember.
adding your girl's like ringtone to a beat, you know? Like,
Yeah,
adding-
yeah, like that. Like I remember he was speaking out loud or making noises, and I was speaking about alcohol, and I was like, you know, alcoholism is really serious. He's like, yeah. It's like I was like, oh, so do you suffer from alcoholism? And it was just funny because like, if you want to speak at that time, let's speak.
Yeah.
But also, like I said, I realized maybe he had something wrong with him. Like,
Yeah.
not to be mean, but I was like, I don't want to go too hard at him
Yeah.
and roast him in front of everybody.
Yeah.
So I kind of had to keep it really, you know, I guess. I had to just keep, respectful. Yeah, I didn't want to disrespect him and roast him in front of my whole crowd and have everybody laugh at him the whole time. So I wanted to be fun for him as well. And then after the show, he said that he was really sorry, and I was like, nah, like you made the show fun. A lot of people enjoyed the banter between me and you, and I think that's like the perfect heckler comic relationship.
Yeah.
You want somebody who is not doing it out of, you know, any kind of hatred or like,
Try to sabotage.
yeah,
the
so
show,
try to sabotage the show or, just he's bored or he got dragged to the show or she got dragged to the show.
Yeah,
but
your energy like that.
Yeah, usually like they don't really know exactly how to behave because it might be their first show, and then I guess you just gotta behave in terms of like you don't want to roast them or make them feel too bad. And yeah, that's what I said. Like my heckler experiences are usually like that.
Yeah.
And then you just kind of tell them after the show that it was alright. But like I said, it's just the way you kind of deal with it. I never get too angry because I just think it would kill the vibe. Imagine I get angry, like, guys, I'm gonna leave the show. If he keeps talking, I'm gonna leave right now.
Yeah.
I feel like artists could do that.
Yeah.
I'm so jealous of artists. Artists could do whatever they want, bro.
Hey, do you ever watch? You probably do. Other comedians there stand up like the really famous ones. Because when you talk about hecklers now, what keeps coming up on my TikTok is Carr. And he's like, is it James Carr?
Jimmy Carr?
Jimmy Carr?
Yeah, the British guy?
Yeah, British guy. And always hecklers, and he just makes it work. Like, he always has something ready. Like, so do you watch a lot of that kind of stuff?
No. I'm not a heckler guy. I'm not even a crowd work guy. I don't like crowd work. I'm a storyteller. Yeah. I like telling stories through my comedy. And I like, sharing my perspective. And, like, that's the kind of comedy I like. But it's one of those skills you need to develop, or it's gonna sink
it's a part of
your show.
Art, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's like I said, like it's not something I like to clip because I don't know. That's just not something it's not my style. Like especially like I said in those like situations with those kind of guys, or those people like that have something like wrong with them. Maybe they don't understand how to behave. I don't want to roast them and then put it on TikTok. Like, hey, look, Ciang absolutely destroys this guy.
On the opposite end to that, have you ever dealt with someone in the crowd that like has gotten offended?
Yeah. I think, like I said, my I wouldn't say niche. My audience is Black Australians, African Australians. And some of them are very new to comedy in Australia because black comedy or African comedy is very new in Australia because African are new.
For sure, yeah.
But I think sometimes they don't get that it's a joke.
Yeah.
And they get really offended. Like I was in Brisbane. I had a sold out show there. Like I love Brisbane, but there was a girl in the crowd, and I was roasting Perth because she was from Perth. But I couldn't roast Brisbane because everybody else is from Brisbane.
Yeah.
So I was like, "Who's from Perth? I hate Perth. It's too far away." And she got really offended by some stuff I said about Perth. And she came to me after the show and told me, "Why do you say that about Perth?" And like you can see her face, she's so serious. And I was taking a photo with somebody and I was like, I was joking, it was just a joke. And I was like, I was just joking. Like, I didn't actually feel like that. I don't actually feel like that about Perth. And she was like, I was gonna take a picture with you, but you said that about Perth. I was like, no, come on, let's take a picture.
Yeah, no, that's funny.
So it's like, I think it's another situation where I'm like, it's a joke. Like, like I hope you understand, like, that's not how I actually feel about anything in particular. Unless it's like, I guess, my own life or my own personal stories. Yeah. But it's like, I think people will grow to learn that it is a joke. Especially as Black comedy grows in Australia. Yeah. So I'm really patient with people. And I do want to, like, I do like when they come and tell me, like, oh, da-da-da-da. And I do speak to them and tell them why I said that, or try to explain to them. Like I said, it's definitely a growing art in Australia, but sometimes people do get very offended, and it's so sad, man.
Yeah.
What do you have to say to people in Perth now?
No, I love Perth, man. I can't wait to come back.
As long as that shit's sold out.
Yeah. As long as it's sold out. Last time I was in Perth, they sold out. Perth was cool, man. I do like Perth, but it is really far. Yeah. It's just so far.
Yeah. Other side of the country, yeah.
During COVID times is when you kind of, you did start kind of blowing up and growing. Did you ever get any crazy DMs or like any feedback on your skits from anyone? Like, have any fans ever messaged you anything that you're like, oh?
Oh, he's gonna go back through the lockdown files.
Wait. What kind of DMs are we talking about? I mean, I think comedy is not like a sexy thing. So you don't really get like, it's like, oh my god, you're so sexy.
Any crazy requests?
That video was so funny, you sexy guy.
That's what you want us to think.
That's what Oh, that's a great question. Like, what kind of DMs I got?
Thinking of a couple.
Oh yeah, the craziest thing that happened.
Yeah.
It wasn't like I said. It wasn't like a sexy thing, but I had this minister or like pastor from. Actually, I'll be honest, I don't remember where he's from, but he paid me $1,600 into my PayPal account.
Damn.
Just cause.
Just cause.
Shit.
He said, "I love how you make people happy,"
Damn.
and then he said, "What's your PayPal?"
That's nice.
And I said, "Thank you so much, but okay, here's my PayPal." And then I wasn't really expecting anything big, like maybe like $100. And then he sent me $1,600.
Oh,
That is
Crazy as hell. That was kind of crazy.
Shout out.
Wow.
Shout out to the
Shout out, I followed him after a while, but like, hey, that was
Cool.
cool.
Back with a follow back.
Yeah. But that was too weird, and in a bizarre way. But it made sense, I guess, to him.
Was this during COVID times? I mean,
I think maybe 2023.
Okay.
Kind of, but not like actual COVID. I think having COVID happen at that time kind of slowed me down, and it made me realize like social media is so important, and it's so important to make like that transition slowly, and not like ask for money too quick.
Yeah.
Like, I did shows for free for like 2 years.
Damn.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I wanted to have a period where I was doing shows in front of my somewhat my audience.
Yeah.
And obviously, I keep making content so I can grow that. But I also want to make content. I mean, I also wanted to make or to grow that skill of performing in front of my audience.
Yeah.
But not at a risk where they need to pay just yet. And like that's a story in itself. Like you gotta know, like having people pay, it's like a mental thing.
Yeah.
You need to mentally tell yourself you are worthy enough to
100%.
ask for money.
Yeah.
yeah.
So that's like a personal journey that you need to have with yourself. Because for so long, I didn't think I was. It sounds so deep, but I didn't think I was like worthy yet. But not because of my self-esteem, but it's more like my skill set,
A lot of people say
all that
syndrome,
stuff.
right?
Imposter syndrome.
Yeah.
And
One thing I was gonna say as well. What do you think separates like a lot of guys think I'm the funniest guy in the group, I'm the funniest of my friends, and they some of them are funny, but what do you think? You touched on a couple of things, like you went on like hard work, like just going to shows and having more time with the crowd, but what do you think separates like an actual comedian from like just the funniest guy?
That's a good one, man. I think stand-up comedy. Because like you could be funny with your best friend. You could be funny with your your best friend you've known for 7 years.
Yeah.
People
You can make them laugh.
right?
But can you make a random person laugh?
Yeah.
Can you go on stage in front of random people and make them laugh
It takes
for 5 minutes?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that's what it's like. Oh, nah, I can't do that. Why? Because they haven't built a skill of not giving a fuck as well.
Yeah.
Like a lot of comics have like built this kind of like, I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna tell them my jokes, which are funny. Because to tell a joke, you have to think it's funny first.
Yeah.
Nobody's heard it yet.
Yeah.
So you have to take it from home or wherever you write it from and then give it to them. So you have to have that confidence. And also when you're delivering the joke, it has to be delivered like it's the funniest thing ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because if you deliver it like it's not, they're not gonna believe it too. So I think those skill sets is what really develops. I mean, is what really makes, I guess, that difference between like someone who's funny within a very comfortable circle that they're in, and someone who's funny that's in front of everybody. And also time and place, right? You can't be funny all the time. You know what I mean? People always see me out and about at a club and they tell me to tell them a joke. And if I tell them a joke, it's always the worst joke ever.
Yeah.
I want it to be the worst joke ever. Or I just say just straight up no.
Yeah.
It's like
fair.
I can't take your joke. I can't even hear you.
Yeah.
Or you can't even hear me.
Like someone just recognized you at the club and is like,
Yes.
hey, what's up, bro? Tell us
Bro,
a joke.
like recent, maybe like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Hey, you're the comedy guy, yeah? But I miss your show. But crack a joke for us.
Nah.
Like, come on, crack a joke.
People are so just.
Oh my god, it's like crack a joke. Like, bro, the music loud as hell.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, so hey, listen. So basically, it's like, that is way too intimate.
In the background, fiend.
Yeah. It's like, I can't tell you a joke when, like, they got, like, the Afrobeat just jumping and they're about to, like, mix it up and just, everybody just turning up and I have a drink in my hand. It's like, I can't tell you a joke right now. But I guess it's like, they're also lit, so I can't even blame them.
Yeah. Hey, who's the funniest in your family and how much of your material do you get from them?
Okay, I want to say me straight away, because I think it is me. And that's just like,
paused.
And the reason I say that is because like some people are funny in terms of like their mindset. They're so creative in like the way they express humor. You know what I mean? It's quite like interesting when somebody has an insult, they want to, I guess, they want to say it in this creative way. Like my parents are very funny. They insult me, in a very funny way. Like, I think my mother is quite funny, but she's not like she's not funny comedy wise, but she's funny in like even like even when they do insult you, and everybody knows it's a joke, it's kind of funny sometimes. My dad is kind of funny sometimes. I think everybody in my family has a sense of humor, but I guess when it comes to developing that, they haven't really developed it. They don't really think about it. But it's like, I think there's times where I'm like, even my brother, I live with my brother, my older brother, Pate, and he's funny in his own way. He has a lot of funny shit that he says, and I just write it down really quickly. Like, what did you say? Say that again. And like I think everybody has a sense of humor. So it's a hard one to really, really kind of like pick. But outside of me, I'll say the funniest in my family would be so one of my parents.
Yeah.
I think maybe my mother, man. Sometimes she's really funny. So, but like I said, it's a very different sense of humor. It's a very like bullying, bullying sense of humor. Sometimes she bully me, and I'll be upset, and then everyone start laughing, then I burst out laughing as well. But it's like it's like all fun, I guess, in the end when like we're all just bursting out into laughter.
How does your family like feel about this career choice for you? Like, are they supportive about it? 'Cause I think there was a bit or something that I might have seen a clip of where you're like, my family professionally disowned me or something.
Nah, my parents, like I said, as much as my parents are funny, I think my parents, when they split up, like I think maybe 10 years ago, they were like, if you're not gonna become a doctor or something like we take seriously,
I got you.
We just don't really care, bro.
Yeah.
But I'll be honest with you, I don't expect them to even understand a bit of it. That's why I always say like, it's one of those things that's gonna be understood over time. My parents have to learn, I guess, with time that this is something that's not only like I love, but it's something that can really provide a life for me and my family.
Yeah.
Because like I was talking about it in another part, like that's what they really care about. Because in their mind, school is what is going to set you up. And it's going to set you up for a good life and a good future.
For sure.
So that's why I'm like, there's no point of sitting around and trying to convince them.
No.
You know what I mean?
No.
Yeah.
But it's also like, it's the same way with like maybe a friend. Sometimes they might not even believe in you. Not even in a hating way. It's like they can't see it in their mind.
They know a version of you that's in.
Not
their
even
mind.
that. That's true as well. When they see a version of you, like I have that still. People who know me from, like year 9 Ciang.
Yeah.
And then there's people who just know me straight from comedy Ciang.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They are completely different people. But what I'm talking about more is like when you tell somebody a achievement or a goal that you have, and it's quite out of their reach in their mind. So they're like, asking a lot of questions, like, how are you going to do that? Like, I mean, I wish you luck, but it seems really hard. But, you are not going to sit around waiting for them to believe in you. You're going to be like, okay, listen, I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you how to do it. Not even in a bad way, just like, I'm gonna show you.
Wait, so have your parents come to your shows?
No.
No.
Never come.
Really?
My dad's overseas.
Okay.
My mom just doesn't really give a fuck.
Yeah.
She doesn't care. I think my parents will start caring when I send them $1,500 checks, like the priest. Yeah.
Hey, what did you take from year 9 Ciang, right? That still helps you today, and what would you just tell him that like, hey, this isn't working right now?
Bro, I'll be honest. Year 9 Ciang was locked in, man.
Yeah.
Like I remember year 9 Ciang. Let me break down paint you the picture. So year 9 Ciang just came out of ESL, and I was into mainstream. I don't know if you guys are familiar with ESL.
Oh yeah.
ESL is like English second language.
Oh.
And when you're ESL, you're quite isolated in ESL. So ESL is like treated in a very different way. You have different school tests and all that stuff.
Yep.
I had a great time at ESL, but ESL was becoming a bit, they were sheltering us too much at some point, especially when it comes to year 9. I think year 9 is very important to go talk to everybody from every walk of life.
Definitely.
So when I was in ESL, just mainly with Asians, Africans, and like Indians, South Asians.
Yeah.
And when I left, I was talking to everybody, like, white Aussies. I was talking to Italians and all these other people in mainstream. So when I went to mainstream, I also had to become friends with these people now, Like I said, I don't know how high school was for you, but when you're in high school, in my high school, like you're kind of like in every class, you're in the same class with everybody for the whole year.
Yeah.
I hated it low key because I like talking to people, like random people. So after being in ESL for 3 years, I had become friends with all my ESL friends, and I was like funny and I was myself. So now it was, I guess, time for me to do that again. Yeah. But because I was in year 9, I had obviously the freedom to select classes. I don't know if you guys remember that. You can kind of mix up your class. You can pick what classes and subjects you want. Yeah, selectives. Yeah. So I remember that was a challenge because I met a lot of people and I was like, cool, who do I hang out with? You try to hang out with your old friends, but they're like, nah, we're going to be doing this. You want to kind of reach out and kind of make new friends. Yeah. But you also want to find yourself. So if I had to paint the picture, I was in that kind of space in my life in year 9. And I remember I was actually hanging out by myself for a long time. Because I remember there was a group of people who were in mainstream and they like to walk around the school. Remember those guys? Yeah. Like they're like, I'm too cool for basketball. Yeah. I'm too cool for, I don't want to get sweaty. Yeah. I'm going to walk around and there's a bunch of boys walking around or a bunch of girls walking around and they just kind of follow the leader or something. Yeah. I didn't want to do that. Yeah. So I remember I would just go hang out with whoever I wanted. And as I was kind of, I guess, transitioning into the next, period, I'll just go and do another thing with a different group of people, and I think the reason why I mentioned that is because like it takes a lot of confidence to be alone. Yeah. And to learn that at a young age, it's so important. And like, that's the reason why I did comedy. I did comedy alone for a long time before I found friends within comedy. Yeah. And like, if I didn't practice at year 9, like I would have gave into whatever was happening around me. Like, I remember when I was doing comedy for the first time at 21, none of my friends wanted to come to the comedy show. Not comedy shows, because I wasn't good enough to do comedy shows. Like, comedy gigs where I was doing open mics. But like I said, I was so cool with just knowing, my friends don't really care about comedy, but I care about comedy. Yeah. So I'm going to go, and hopefully I'll make friends. And then now I have friends within that circle where I can go there, hi, what's up, you catch up. And I think that skill set is so important because some people just give into wanting to be accepted. Yeah. And not wanting to be alone.
That's good.
Kind of long-winded, but that's year 9 Ciang. I think, he's a cool guy. Yeah. Definitely.
You've spoken about laughter being like a tool for mental survival and how it can kind of help with like creativity and peace of mind and stuff. Do you feel like when you're going through shit or like life's hitting you a bit hard, comedy is your outlet, or does it feel like a bit of a chore sometimes, or like to get up it's like because it is your work, is it?
No, I actually, that's a great question, but I actually love oh, I'm so excited for the idea of comedy being this thing where I can build a life for myself, but also it's such a natural way of expressing myself. So like it's the best of both worlds. Like I naturally use comedy in my private life.
Yeah, for sure.
To, I guess, get through hard times, but I also love the fact that now I can kind of present this art form using my personal difficulties, and I have an audience who are interested in hearing about it, and I have this whole kind of like community, and I have the privilege to present the art, which is comedy, using my life and using my experiences, and people are like people are willing to listen and support. So it's definitely something I use. Like I said, I've used it my whole life, and it's really helped me in my life. I think it's definitely never felt like a chore. I think it's such a it's like a blessing. It really brings the mood up when I'm going through stuff. Like me and my brother would talk about some traumatic family stuff, but like in this kind of fun way where it's like, oh my gosh, that was stupid, man. Like, you know, and then you just kind of move on in your life. And,
for sure. I love that.
I think I'm gonna get the ball rolling onto some music stuff.
Let's do it, man.
Let's do it. Because we do have 50 minutes already of audio.
Oh my goodness!
But it's all good.
Flying, so quick.
Yeah, that was quick.
But Ciang, man, I want to ask. Obviously, we met at the Epsom event, so you're a little bit familiar with the Melbourne music scene. I want to ask you first, what do you like about the music scene we got here right now?
I'm old now, man. I'm like 27, so like some people might say that's not old, but to me, it's like I've seen the kids my age make music, and I've seen the new kids a bit younger, and I've seen even younger kids make music and like get into the creative singing in Melbourne. And I've always been a supporter. You know, I've tried to be a musician myself. Like I was a rapper for a bit. I don't know if you guys knew.
Hey, you're still a rapper.
Yeah, I'm still a rapper, low key. Like not part time because I'm a part time warehouse worker, but like part time.
Part time, yeah.
But what I like about it, I think it's just the way, I guess, we're trying to build something that's not really built, I guess, and we're like trying to kind of, I guess, support each other in that. Like, I think that's what I love the most. Like every time somebody asks me to help out with that, I'm like always thinking like, this is, I guess, I remember you could be kind of selfless and do something for somebody else's dreams, you know? Like when I was doing that gig for Epiton and Mav, and I was like meant to be hosting and like kind of, I guess, introducing these artists and giving them this kind of confidence to get on stage and do their thing. That was beautiful to me, and like I was so like happy to do that. And I love how creative they are.
Yeah.
And I think they're just so talented. We talked about it obviously a little bit, but it's like I don't understand how they're not famous. That's the problem here. That's what we're trying to figure out. Like
that's why we even started this whole thing, like to push the sound, because there's so many artists that are so talented as well. So speaking on that, which artist do you like out of Melbourne right now?
I think if I have to do like, I'll do like top 5, no order. I have to say.
Gonna hurt a lot.
Can I look at my phone? I'm gonna look at my phone.
There's
a lot.
There's a lot of people listening, being like, "Oh."
I know. Like if I forget to mention you, don't feel away, man. I love Melbourne, man. I think what I love the most is when they do show their creative side. I love this one artist from, I don't know exactly where he's from, but his name is JJMF.
Ooh, JJ.
Very good friend.
Shout out
JJ. Yes, he has a song called Out of Bounds.
Yeah.
Very, very good. And I love that. I love the music video too. It was so fun. It reminded me of like 2017 vibes. Yeah. It was like I wouldn't say low quality, but it's like he's just chilling in nature. He doesn't need to get a car or a mansion. Just like something real chill. And the song was chill too. It's like Also I like this guy named Johnny Chops. He's not from Melbourne, but he's an artist from Sydney.
Yeah.
I really like he's like very unique in the way he just raps. I don't know if you guys heard of him.
Definitely
He has a song called Cognac for Christmas. Like, just the sound of that made me click on it when I first heard it. If I had to keep thinking about it, I just like the classic Melbourne artists, like Gremlins, Ecosystem. I love, who else? There's a lot of the girls that were performing at the Experience Melbourne. They were so good, man. Like off the top, I had to think there was a girl named I forgot her name, and she had such a explosive like kind of performing.
Miss Nancy?
No, Miss Nancy was good. I know Miss Nancy.
Okay.
She was phenomenal, man. I think that was the first time really
Ella Faith?
experienced. Maybe it was. Ella Faith was
yeah.
beautiful. Her voice was just so beautiful.
Unreal.
The energy's
There was
crazy.
another girl just before Nancy.
I
Just before Nancy.
think that's One Woo.
One Woo
Yeah,
was
crazy
so
vocals.
crazy, man.
She was hard.
She was so good, and that's why I'm like, bro, like these people are so talented, man. And like, I think I was behind. No, I was in the back green room place with her, and I was like telling her how phenomenal it was, and she was like, "Really?" And I was like, oh, "That's our problem.
Really,
We don't know.
Yeah, hear it enough, literally.
We don't know it. We don't hear it enough." And I think that's just so sad, low key. It's like that's why platforms like this are so important. Like, and like obviously platforms like AU Dollars, like Complex Australia. I think there's another one. There's one where they rap freestyle. It's another one, I
that's
forgot.
Sydney Take Flight.
Yeah, Take Flight.
Yeah.
Like those platforms, they're so useful, bro. 'Cause, like they're gonna be the future platforms that grow into this kind of like, I guess, massive thing that really gives us our voice to really like blow up.
Well, that kind of ties into what I was going to ask you next, man. Where do you see the scene in the next 5 years?
Oh yeah. I see platforms like you guys and the other guys. AU Dollars has obviously been around for a long time, but I see you guys being like these big platforms that can really, really make a difference in terms of the scene. Just getting the support it deserves or the recognition it deserves in terms of like how talented these kids are and like how more people should hear about them. And I think everybody's dream is to make a living from it.
Yeah.
Them getting a chance to, I guess, live that dream out. It's like I have slowly started to feel that kind of, I guess, level of success through comedy, and I'm like, it's so hard for musicians to feel that because it's like I said, like it's not really, I guess, that developed. Where artists can not only make a very good song, but it can be distributed and it could be played and they can build an audience and then they can tour and start making a living and like live that life of an artist. Like that's like the dream for every
Like that.
boy and girl that wants to be, a rapper or a singer. And I think that's like, it's just kind of sad how we don't have that. And I think another thing I hate is like how we tend to really glorify outside
Outside of Australia.
artists. Like they come here and they just make $1 billion. It's like they don't miss.
I love it. I love it.
But like it just shows that we have money, bro.
Yeah.
We're just not giving it to each other, which is so sad.
Yeah. I think so for me.
Oh well.
good.
What's next for Ciang?
I'm gonna do one more tour.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's gonna be a bit of a shorter one. It's gonna be 4 cities. I'm gonna try. Like, I have no dates yet, but I'm like hearing a lot of people missed out on my last show.
Yeah.
So I want to do it one more time, and obviously it's gonna be a bit better because like I'm doing the same show.
Obviously, yeah.
So I'd love for you guys to come. Yeah. Because you guys
100%,
didn't
we'll
see
be there.
obviously the first one. So like I think that's what I'm gonna be doing now from now on. I want to do the tour twice a year. Also wanna like I was gonna plan to go to Canada, but those are not looking. Are you going to Canada?
I was born in Canada.
Oh, are you like Canadian?
I mean, I am, but I.
What is your background? I don't even. I can't tell.
I'm mixed with Caribbean and French.
Okay.
Yeah, but I was born
Montreal?
in Canada. Montreal, yeah.
Oh, okay. That
And
makes
then I
sense.
moved here when I was 4, so I'm pretty much Melbourne. But
That's
all
sick.
my family is Canadian, so that's really
That's
cool.
so cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah. But like I said, I was gonna go to Canada, but it's something I need to plan a bit more. I guess. In 2027. I think next year I want to go Canada straight after my Australian tour. But other than that, I want to do my I want to start writing my new show for next year.
Yeah.
It's kind of like in the works right now.
Sorry for that.
Yeah, it's a challenge I made for myself. I want to write new shows every year, so for the next 5 years. But you know, funny enough, I'm already 2 years in,
Yeah.
so I got only 3 more shows to write. You know, and I think just saying that's pretty wild. You know, it's like
Yeah.
Can you give us a sneak peek, like a snippet, like, you know, that's unreleased, like
comedy wise or
yeah,
just like.
anything, man. Like,
I mean, like,
It's like that guy at the club.
yeah,
it's like
exactly.
I just told you how much I hate that. It's like,
Give me something. Come on.
So Ciang, thank you so much for coming on, bro. I do have a little present for you just for coming on. Thanks to our friends at Exchange Streetwear.
Oh my
Learn Section
gosh.
t-shirt, so that's for you, bro.
oh, thank you so much,
Nah,
man.
no worries,
I love it, man.
Shout out
So,
to
thanks
you.
for having me, guys. Yeah, I can't wait to see how you guys grow as well in the next couple of years.
Nah, it's love.
you.
Same right back to you, man.